The sun hung low over Willow Creek Estates, a quiet cul-de-sac where manicured lawns and pastel-colored houses whispered of suburban dreams. It was a Sunday, the kind where the air smelled of fresh-cut grass and barbecue, and neighbors waved with smiles that felt like promises. In the front yard of a modest two-story home, D.V.Y.D. Harper sat on the porch, sipping iced tea, watching his wife, Emily, brush honey glaze over ribs. Their son, Ethan, a 9-year-old with cerebral palsy, wheeled himself back and forth across the driveway, a garden hose in his lap. His laughter, wild, uncontainable, bounced off the pavement as he sprayed water into the air, catching sunlight in a shimmering rainbow. "Look, Dad!" Ethan called, his voice bright. "I'm building a river for the bugs." D.V.Y.D. grinned. "Better than a castle, kid." Emily looked up, her eyes soft with a love that had weathered hospital stays and sleepless nights. This was their haven, their hard-won slice of normal. Then came the truck. A black, hulking pickup with oversized tires and no license plate, its sides emblazoned with bold white letters, HOA enforcement. It rolled into their driveway like a storm cloud, gravel crunching under its weight. D.V.Y.D.'s stomach tightened. Emily stood, wiping her hands on a dish towel, her face shifting from calm to guarded. 3 men spilled out, clad in tactical vests, no badges, no body cams, just menace wrapped in olive green polyester. The leader, a broad-shouldered man with a shaved head and a jaw like concrete, adjusted his gloves. His vest read, "Compliance Enforcer Carter." "You the homeowner?" he barked at D.V.Y.D. "Depends." D.V.Y.D. shot back, stepping off the porch. "Who are you?" Carter flipped through a clipboard. "HOA enforcement. We're here about violations. Unauthorized ramp, excessive water use, and—" he glanced at Ethan, still clutching the hose. "Child interference with drainage." Emily's voice cut through sharp. "He's playing with a hose. That's a violation." Carter's second, a wiry guy with mirrored sunglasses named Reese, sneered. "Class B infraction, Statute 19C. $500 fine, plus a written appeal." D.V.Y.D.'s blood simmered. "You're not cops." Carter's eyes narrowed. "We have municipal authority. Interfere, and it's obstruction." That's when Carter's gaze landed on Ethan. The boy had frozen, water dripping from the hose onto his lap, his wide eyes locked on the men. Carter tilted his head, a smirk curling his lips. "Well, look at this. Kid's got himself a water park." Ethan's voice was small. "I wasn't wasting it. I was helping bugs." Carter snorted. "Helping bugs? That what you call making a mess?" He took a step closer. Emily lunged forward, her arm barring his path. "Back off." Carter's smirk widened. "Conducting an inspection, ma'am." "He's a child," she hissed. What happened next was a moment that would haunt Willow Creek forever. Carter turned his back to Emily, unzipped his fly, and, with a casual cruelty that stole the air from the street, urinated on Ethan. The yellow arc caught the sunlight, soaking the boy's superhero t-shirt and jeans. Ethan didn't move at first, his face a mask of shock. Then came the scream, raw, piercing, not just pain but something deeper, a wound to the soul. Emily's cry shattered the silence. D.V.Y.D. surged forward, but Reese and the third enforcer, a lanky man named Holt, blocked him, hands hovering near what looked like pepper spray. "Don't," Reese warned. "That's assault. Want your kid to see you in cuffs?" Neighbors poured out, "Now, Mrs. Larson," screaming for the police, Mr. Ortiz filming with his phone, voices rising in horror. Carter zipped up, grinning. "Violation neutralized." Emily yanked Ethan back, wrapping him in a towel as he sobbed, his small body shaking. "You're monsters," she whispered. Carter shrugged. "Take it up with the board." They climbed into their truck and drove off, Leah vying the Harpers broken in their driveway, Ethan's cries echoing under the burning sun. The hours that followed were a blur of rage and helplessness. Ethan was bathed 3 times, but the shame clung to him. He didn't speak, his eyes dull behind his glasses. Emily scrubbed clothes until her hands bled, whispering comforts into Ethan's hair even as he slept. Dvyd stared out the window, his mind replaying the moment, the smirk, the act. This wasn't an accident. It was deliberate, sanctioned by a system that let men like Carter think they were untouchable. But Dvyd wasn't one to fold. He'd fought for Ethan's life since the day he was born premature, wired to machines. He wouldn't stop now. That night, sleep never came. At 3 a.m., Emily sat across from Dvyd at the kitchen table, her eyes red but fierce. "We can't let this go." "We won't," he said, a legal pad already filled with notes. The enforcers weren't HOA staff but contractors for a company called Unity Compliance Group, hired after complaints about minor infractions like untrimmed hedges. Dvyd dug deeper, his laptop glowing in the dark. Unity was a Texas-based outfit, barely 2 years old, with no public staff list, just a slick website and a rep named Nathan Cole. Cross-checking names, he found Carter James Carter, dishonorably discharged from the Army for undisclosed misconduct. Reese was Evan Reese, fired from mall security for roughing up a teen. Holt, a police academy reject, ranted online about woke rejections. 3 nobodies with fake authority and egos to burn. By dawn, Dvyd had compiled everything: doorbell cam footage, neighbor videos, a still of Carter's sneer mid-act. His hands shook as he sent it to the local precinct. Sergeant Patel called back fast. "We've got the footage, but HOA issues are often civil, not criminal, unless there's clear intent." Dvyd's voice cracked. "He pissed on my disabled son." "That's not intent?" Patel sighed. "It's jurisdictional. We'll escalate, but no promises." Dvyd hung up, not defeated but recalibrating. The system wouldn't deliver justice. He'd have to. He called an old guard buddy, Marcus Tate, now in PR for a Chicago nonprofit. "You've got video," Marcus said. "Let's make them bleed." Emily, a former graphic designer, edited the clips into a gut punch: Ethan's scream, Carter's smirk, a fade to black with text: "Saw is this who enforces your neighborhood?" Saw, they titled it Saw Fake HOA Thugs Humiliate Disabled Boy Saw, and uploaded it. By noon, it was everywhere: Reddit, X, disability forums, even a veterans group. Comments flooded in: "Saw my daughter's in a wheelchair. I'd end them." Saw this is pure evil. Saw HOA or Gestapo. Saw someone doxed Carter, his face plastered online, not as a soldier but as a predator. By night, advocacy groups called. A pro bono lawyer vowed, "I want him in cuffs, not just sued." The next day, Ethan, silent for hours, rolled into the kitchen. "Can I go outside?" Emily hesitated. "You don't have to, sweetheart." "No," he said, voice firm. "They don't win." He wheeled down the ramp Carter had mocked, sprayed his hose, and made his rainbow again. Neighbors gathered: Mrs. Larson with lemonade, Mr. Ortiz with 4K footage. Then came the knock. 2 men in suits, Department of Justice. "Mr. Harper," Agent Kessler said, "we're investigating Unity Compliance." They laid out a folder: complaints from Arizona, Florida, Nevada, intimidation, illegal detentions, all matching the Harper story. "Your footage," Kessler said, "is our smoking gun." The DOJ moved fast. Subpoenas hit Unity's offices, their website vanished, and their strip mall HQ was raided. Carter was arrested at 3 a.m. in a rural hideout, fake badges and unregistered guns in tow. Reese and Holt followed, their swagger gone, in orange jumpsuits. The trial was a spectacle. The prosecution exposed Unity's hiring of washoutsmen failed by psych evals or fired for brutality. Leaked emails chilled the room: "Saw we need enforcers, not Boy Scouts. Fear works." Saw the jury heard 37 VY Tim stories, from a tackled Nevada mom to a Florida senior trapped by a dismantled ramp. Ethan, in court daily, wore a beaded bracelet from a girl with leg braces. It read "Saw Brave Saw." The verdict landed like thunder: Carter, guilty on all counts, 12 years. Reese and Holt got 8 and 6. The judge's words burned. "You didn't protect." You terrorized. You preyed on the defenseless, and this court answers that betrayal. Unity collapsed, its license revoked, its board sued into oblivion. Willow Creek's HOA dissolved, replaced by a bench for Ethan, its plaque reading, "Saw for the boy who showed us courage." Saw. In Hillsborough Federal, Carter, now inmate 827364, was toilet man. Inmates, knowing Ethan's story, made his life hell scrubbing latrines with a used toothbrush, the Ethan Protocol. A letter came from him, no remorse, just whining, "Saw they call me toilet man. I scrub 17 bowls daily. It's like I'm pissing on myself." Saw Emily tore it up. "I don't want his regret. I want his silence." Ethan's law banned rogue enforcement firms nationwide. A documentary, narrated by Ethan, went viral, ending with him wheeling through a park, a rainbow overhead, saying, "He thought I'd stay quiet. The world heard me." In Willow Creek, kids leave beads on Ethan's bench. In prison, Carter cleans toilets. A photo of Ethan smiling, Strongary vying monthly, a reminder that justice, like a hose of spray, can arc high and far.